For those select few that are already initiated, you should already know what this is. And for those of you that aren't, just chill. We gonna get down to the nitty gritty here in a minute. But what I'm always trying to get everybody to understand is everything is vibration. So I guess there really ain't nothing else left to do but vibe. And if you haven't smiled yet today, this is my personal invitation for you to do so. Like right now. And if you can't find a smile for yourself, just allow me to be the smile on your face. Because at the end of the day, all I am is the smile on your face. All I am is the motherfucking vibe. Can you feel that? Everything is vibration. Just let it seep in. It's about that time. It's about that time for you to open up your ear and let me crawl into your mind. Just one time. It only takes one time with me. Priceless. Everything is vibration. What it was, y'all already know who it is, and y'all tuned in with priceless knowledge of self, and this right here, this ain't nothing but some cosmic insight. And this is also where we get clarity. See, when it comes to astrology, there's a whole bunch of shit that people get twisted. And if I was going to address everything, I'd be here forever. So I can't address everything. That means I had to narrow it down to 5 placements that we got to bring in and talk about here today. And so today, this is the priceless top 5. Most misunderstood placements in astrology. And understand, I just said the priceless top 5. So this ain't your top 5. This isn't theirs. This isn't his or hers. This isn't what you read about or what you heard about. No. This me. And good thing for all of us. I am a professional. And so without further ado, we're going to get right into the list. And I usually have an honorable mention, and I have this whole introductory soliloquy besides the first introductory soliloquy that we already go through with the vibe session. But no, not this time. This time there's enough confusion on its own. We're going to get right to the answers that you need. So let's get into the priceless top 5. Most misunderstood placements in astrology. And number 5 isn't one singular placement. Number 5 is actually one sign. Because there's something about Capricorn that people just can't seem to understand. Matter of fact, there's something about the femininity of Capricorn that people just can't seem to understand. Oh, Capricorn's daddy. It feels like daddy to me. No, let me tell you something. Capricorn is just cardinal feminine energy. That's that bad boss bitch that don't play no games. See, I grew up in the church, and my grandfather was the pastor of the church. And he certainly was the voice of the people in the church, but he didn't run nothing. No, the women ran that church. That's Capricorn energy. Capricorn ain't daddy. Capricorn is granny. And I'm not talking about Nana, the one that sang songs with you and spoiled you and, you know, baked you cookies and shit. No, no, no. I'm talking about your grandma, the one that will pull a switch off the tree and tear your ass up. The one whose cinder was deadly. See, I had a Nana, and I love my Nana. But I also had a grandma. And I feared and respected my grandma. Because grandma didn't play no games. Grandma was the authority. When I was in church and I just thought about acting up, I look over at my grandma and my grandma look over there at me and I say, you know what? I'm going to pack it in for the day. I feel the Lord calling. Because I know that ain't nothing to play with. It's funny. And another thing you have to understand is masculine and feminine has nothing to do with male and female. No, masculine and feminine is about energetic expression, where masculine is projective and feminine is receptive. Male and female is biological earth shit. They are connected, but not mutually exclusive. You feel me? So as daddy-like as Capricorn can be, it's still a feminine energy. And the confusion with all of that is why Capricorn is number 5 on the list of the Priceless top 5 most misunderstood placements in astrology. And so now, with number 4, number 4 is really the epitome of misunderstanding. But how can you understand the unexplainable? And number 4 on the list of the Priceless top 5 most misunderstood placements in astrology is Uranus in the 12th house. Because they're unpredictable and they're incredibly unique. And they defy rational explanation. You're like, what is that? What are they doing? And there's something and they're doing something, but what is that? That's Uranus in the 12th house. It don't fit. There's something about it that just don't fit in. It's just... because that's a standout. That's something different. Uranus in the 12th house is number 4 on the list because they are beyond rational explanation. And some like it that way, and some have a hard time dealing with it. Once again, each situation is incredibly unique. And so before I go into number 3 on the list, I need everybody that hasn't hit the like button to hit the like button right now. And if you're here and you're not hitting the like button, what are you here for? What the fuck are you doing? You creeping? You hating? You swag sucking? As you can see, there's plenty to spare. Take some. It'll never be yours. See, this type of energy that I have is one of those things that you can see, you can feel. You might even experience it, but it could never be yours. Yeah. Now, let's get into number. Now, you know what? I need everybody to hit the fucking like button. All right? And in doing so, understand this is not about ego. This is about algorithm. It just helps us expand the platform. That way, if you're not trying to hear what I'm trying to say, at least let us get out to the next person who is. And drop a comment, a super chat, a super sticker, or a super thanks. Hey, YouTube is about interaction. And this right here is an energetic exchange. Let me know you fuck with me like I fuck with you. Alright? And so, speaking of that, let's get into number 3 on the list of the priceless top 5 most misunderstood placements in astrology. And number 3 on the list is Venus in Virgo. And see, the thing about Venus in Virgo is Venus in Virgo does so much for so many people that people become so enamored with the things that they do that it's hard to know who they really are. And you're gonna be like, huh? See, people have this perception of Venus in Virgo as these people that are incredibly picky, and they're always nitpicking and talking shit, and you know, they're the type of person who doesn't know how to express how they feel, right? So you don't know how they feel. Yeah, you know how they feel. Because I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you who they are and how they feel. Who they are is the realest motherfucker that you know. And how they feel is you should already know that because they show that. See, Venus in Virgo is the person who's going to come get your ass when you done got locked up and ain't nobody else answering your calls. Venus in Virgo is the person who's going to pick your ass up from the side of the road while you sitting there looking stupid while your car is fucked off. Venus in Virgo is the one who's going to come get you when that motherfucker done did your ass wrong again. And yeah, they going to talk shit. But let's examine why. They're going to talk shit because they told your ass to get your tags fixed in the first place, and then you wouldn't be getting pulled over knowing you have a warrant. Yeah, they gonna talk shit because they had to come pick you up in the middle of the night when they told you this car didn't sound right last time you pulled up in front of their spot. Yeah, they gonna come pick you up and they gonna talk shit, but guess what? They told you that motherfucker you was fucking with wasn't shit in the first place. Get you somebody you can depend on. And what they mean by that is somebody like them. See, the thing about Venus in Virgo is Venus in Virgo don't say a lot. It's because they do a lot. And see, they get misunderstood because Venus in Virgo does so much for people that people become enamored with that. And they don't care who they are. They care about what they do. And that's cruel, but that's Venus in Virgo. That's why Venus falls in Virgo. And that's why Venus in Virgo is number 3 on the list of the priceless top 5 most misunderstood placements in astrology. Now, number 2 on the list of the priceless top 5 most misunderstood placements in astrology, number 2. Libra Mars. And see, the thing about people with Mars and Libra is they're inconsistent, they're indecisive, and they're reactive. See, Libra Mars people are over conciliatory. They're always compromising. They're always doing what everybody else wants to do. They're always acquiescing. And then when they do kind of decide to assert themselves, it's reactionary. They're not really asserting themselves. They're just trying to show they're not a bitch. And so nobody knows what Libra Mars people really like or who they really are because they're doing what everybody else wants to do and they're acting like everybody else and they're just trying to get along until they're going off. They get along until they go off. And when they're going off, it's reactionary. And that's simple shit right there. Even though that shit's incredibly complicated for them, that simple shit right there is why Libra Mars is number 2 on the list of the priceless top 5 most misunderstood placements in astrology. Now, let's go ahead and get into number 1. And man, number 1 is interesting. And I'm actually raising 2 sons with number 1. And so I see it play out in a multitude of ways, and I still don't understand it, and I probably won't ever. And it's Gemini Moon. Number 1 on the list of the priceless top 5 most misunderstood placements in astrology is Gemini Moon. And the reason that Gemini Moon is always misunderstood is Gemini Moon is always changing. Oh, yes. To be versatile and to be changing is to be a Gemini Moon. Gemini Moons are ever evolving. They're chaotic. They're all over the place. They're highly adaptable to the situation. So who they are is always changing. So you can never know. And it's probably by design. They don't want you to figure them out. They don't want you to figure them out because they don't know. They don't know because who they are is always changing. And then there's also this thing when we're talking about Gemini Moons where they think about and talk about how they feel more than they feel how they feel. So they don't really know how the fuck they feel. But they're feeling something. And all of that is why Gemini Moon is number 1 on the list of the priceless top 5 most misunderstood placements in astrology. I'm raising 2 Gemini Moon sons. They're my babies. But I have no idea who they are or who they're going to be. And maybe that's how they like it. All right. And I think that's all I have to say about that. And that concludes the priceless top 5 most misunderstood placements in astrology. And if you've made it this far, you should have already hit the like button. If you haven't, do so immediately. And it's never too late to stop being a bitch. All right. So if you're here and you're not going to hit the like button, get the fuck out of here. And understand as you're leaving that I love you anyway. But don't let the doorknob hit you with a good Lord splinter. All right. And so understand no matter what placement you have, it matters, but it doesn't, because just because you built like that, it don't mean you have to build like that. And what I mean is we all have all of this energy available to us in some way, form, or fashion. What you do with it is what you do with it. And even beyond that, it's not about what you do. It's about how you do it. And that's some priceless knowledge in itself. And this has been some priceless knowledge of self. All right. If you're interested in any astrological readings whatsoever, don't get at me in my comments. Get at me in my email. And I'm still offering those Pluto and Aquarius transit journey readings where I'm going to look at the next 20 years for y'all and kind of see how Pluto and Aquarius is going to be affecting your personal planets. And I don't really like to do predictive astrology, but I'm really enjoying doing these readings. So get at me. And the same thing goes for synastry readings. I usually don't offer synastry readings, but I've been offering those here lately. So for a limited time, as I'm offering those, I suggest you get at me while you can. And also understand if you're trying to get a reading for a gift for somebody for Christmas. Well, really, Christmas is over with. I'm talking about Christmas. Christmas is over with. And I say Christmas is over with because as I'm recording this, it isn't Christmas yet. But when this comes out, when you're watching this, Christmas will be over with. So I'm sorry. The Christmas deals are over and I love y'all. How Pisces moon of me to offer y'all a special or a deal that isn't even relevant anymore on my end. Hey, I love y'all. I appreciate your love and support. If any of y'all are interested in any merch too, I offer that as well. And I got all types of styles and colors and stuff. You just got to get at me and understand you can get all the merch you want and you'll probably look fabulous in it. But this type of swag I got, this type of energy that I pack with me, it's got to be in you and not on you. So, let me put it in you.